Hello, everybody, and welcome to Entertainment. Today, I'm bringing to you an article from Bounding into Comics, as usual. And this article, apparently, there's a rumor that Joss Whedon is going to direct the X-Men film for the very first X-Men film in the MCU. Now, as usual, before we get into this video, I do have to remind you, if you like my content, please subscribe. Unfortunately, according to YouTube's new algorithm, that's the only way for people to find your videos is if you even have any subscribers. So if you like my content, if you want to see this channel grow, please consider subscribing. The button is right there below the video, and right next to it is the bell icon. Click on it if you want to know every single time I upload a brand new video. With that said, let's get into this. So, Joss Whedon to direct X-Men film for Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, as usual, let's get into the article, and then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on what's going on. A new rumor suggests the Avengers and Justice League director Joss Whedon will direct the first X-Men film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not only does the rumor suggest Whedon will direct the X-Men film, but it indicates the X-Men could start appearing as early as Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I still think this is a terrible title, by the way. The rumor comes from Mikey Sutton and his Geekosity Facebook group. Sutton writes, "Okay, the X-Men film is still a few years off from the MCU schedule. However, mutants will begin appearing in various films and TV programs, with the Doctor Strange sequel looking more likely an MCU debut for one or two. Again, it's early. However, the name being discussed quite often to possibly write and direct the initial X-Men film is a familiar one, Joss Whedon. The Russo brothers may have replaced Whedon as the MCU's favorite sons, but it was Whedon's The Avengers that really took the MCU into Wild Blue Yonder." Completely agree with this, by the way. Whedon's keen wit and familiarity and affection for the characters has had Marvel Studios longing for him to help Charles Xavier's students, long before their acquisition of Fox. Age of Ultron may have left Whedon mentally and physically exhausted, but the main reason for that are long gone now. By the way, if anyone wants to know what they mean by this, um, mentally and physically exhausted, if you own the Blu-ray for Avengers: Age of Ultron, go watch the director's commentary, or I guess I should say, listen to the director's commentary. You'll find out what they mean. Sutton concludes, "No discussion or offers as of yet that I'm aware of. But for Marvel Studios, X marks the spot for Whedon. Joss Whedon does have familiarity with the X-Men. In fact, he's written an entire comic book run. Whedon launched the Astonishing X-Men in 2004 with artist John Cassidy. Whedon and Cassidy would complete the first story arc before Warren Ellis and artist Simone Bianchi and Phil Jimenez took over. Whedon's story arc was titled Gifted. These series saw Emma Frost and Cyclops reform the X-Men. The team consists of Cyclops, Emma Frost, Beast, Kitty Pryde, Colossus, and Wolverine. The astonishing X-Men face off against an enemy lurking at home. The danger room is this. Okay, yeah, this is just. Excuse me. This is just more explaining what's going on in Joss Whedon's run on Astonishing X-Men. Whedon's run this series would end when the X-Men facing off against the Break World leaders. Kitty Pryde ends up saving Earth after she uses her mutant powers to phase a giant bull through Earth. However, she ends up stuck in the bull and vanishes into space with it. What do you make of this rumor? Do you want to see Joss Whedon direct an X-Men film? Okay. What are my thoughts on this? Okay. Um, Here's the thing. I like Joss Whedon. I do. And obviously, The Avengers, in my opinion, one of the best comic movies ever made. It showed pretty much the world that these big superhero team ups is possible. So we do owe him for that. But then again, we all saw Age of Ultron, and Age of Ultron was a mess. I wouldn't really call it a bad movie, but it was a mess. It had way too many things going on. And it just the movie suffered because of it. Although I don't think that's mainly because of Joss Whedon. I think that's mainly because the studio kept interfering, telling him, okay, you need to have this in the movie, you need to have this in the movie, and because of that, the movie didn't flow as well as it could have. It felt like it had to stop so we can go do this other thing, and then we go back to the plot, and then stop again, go do this other thing, and then the plot moves on, and so on and so forth. We had that whole Thor, in the pool scene, and which didn't even get resolved until Thor Ragnarok. So yeah, it definitely did not need to be in that movie. Like, you could have just had it in Thor: The Dark World. Like, You didn't need to have that in that movie. Like, and that's just an example of what happens when studios tend to get involved and stopping the creator from actually making the movie. Like, I still think if Joss Whedon had his way with, Age of Ultron, I still think it would have been an amazing movie. But studio got involved, and we all know what happened. So, what do I think about him directing X-Men? Okay, first of all, I'm like I said, I'm kind of done with the MCU. Like, I'm not really interested in the MCU moving forward. Maybe I'll go watch some. I mean, I think I'll go check out Doctor Strange. Maybe I'll watch Blade. But oh, and by the way, fuck the Marvel TV shows. I'm not gonna watch any of them because yeah, I have no interest in any of them. No, I'm not interested in Miss Marvel. I'm not interested in She-Hulk. I'm not interested in Moon Knight. I'm sorry to all the Moon Knight fans who are probably watching this. I'm not interested in Moon Knight. Um, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Excuse me. So, but if you're telling me that Joss Whedon is going to direct the X-Men, I think, yeah, I might go see it. Like, I might actually be excited for it. Although we'll need to wait and see because considering the direction Marvel's going, I'm kind of curious that even though you do have Joss Whedon coming in, I'm just worried about the type of movie they're gonna want him to make, not the movie he wants to make. You know, like I'm just that's what I'm worried about. So even though there's a part of me that's excited we're gonna get Joss Whedon to direct the X-Men, at the same time I'm worried. Like considering the direction the MCU is going, and considering there's all the debacle with that whole, I don't know, the chick that said the whole thing about the X-Men being an outdated name and all that BS. So because of that, I'm kind of worried. But anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching up until this point. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please hit that like button and please share this video with anyone who you think might be interested in this. And as I said before, if you like my content, please consider subscribing. With that being said, bye.